Hey everyone, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Hope you're having a great day or weekend whenever you happen to watch this video. We are looking at ticker symbol COST, none other than Costco. So, what we're going to do, we're going to be looking at the potential stock price, my calculation that I do. We're going to look at the balance sheet. We're going to see what hedge funds and institutions are doing. We're going to look for potential price targets on the upside and the downside for this stock. I believe it's at all-time highs right now. They do have earnings on Thursday. However, my type of content, whether it be an earnings or just a company review, it's evergreen. So you could watch it later when I release it on the Sunday, or you could watch it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You could watch it before earnings. You could watch it after earnings. So without further ado, let's go ahead and stop talking. Just kidding. I'm going to keep talking because I'm making this video. Let's dive in. Okay, that was a lot of words. Like I said, this is trading at all-time highs already. So if I had to pick the stock price on the downside and upside, this is what I would do. I am a chartiste, so I am obviously gonna draw some lines. All right, and I think this, gosh, I could bring this as far back as here. And you can see it's gone under, it's over, acts as perfect support, acts as perfect resistance, perfect support. I do think I would just want to tweak this just a smidge right there. And you're like, why'd you tweak that, dude? Well, down here where, right there. Down here, you want it to be pretty accurate. So you have support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Support 17, 18 times. So this is the line I want to see Costco get to. Is it going to happen on Thursday? It depends on how the earnings call goes. But I mean, this has been around since 2019, this line. So it could be breaking off to new all-time highs. We really never know. Nobody ever really knows. And we're going to go head back to, again, the 2019 area. And we are looking at terms, or not terms, lines of support and resistance. 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 Right there. Okay. You're like, why'd you draw that line, bro? Okay, so I got it right here on the tippy top of this candle. Acts as resistance 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Critical. I think the stock is at a critical crossroads. And I think it might come back down to this area. But it needs to be a little bit more calculated. What the heck's going on? We're also in an ascending triangle from this support, resistance, support, support, resistance. I'm kind of getting some bearish vibes on this one, you guys. I think Costco might come down for a breather. I mean, it could. I don't think the consumer is as strong as people are seeing. People, analysts, government. Okay, so on the downside, I think long term, well, not long term, June, July, I think we could see 697. If the stock does not make it above this resistance line, ever since 2018, 2022 reaffirmed, the stock has not closed above this resistance line, which is what I'm touching here. However, it has touched this support line here that I'm touching 18 times. Again, some healthy consolidation, and maybe it touches this. It all depends on earnings. I mean, if they have a stellar earnings, the stock is going to go up. So I'm going to dial into the daily chart because I want to see if there's any potential for the upside here. And I'm going to go weekly because daily's too much of a hassle. Okay. So to the upside, I'm going to have to bust out Thinkorswim. I'm sorry. I'm only doing Thinkorswim because I want to do a channel. FinViz does not allow you to draw channels. And I've done this one before. I've charted out the stocks. Look at that. Okay. So the upside, I think we get to 846. If earnings are good, we go to 846. If earnings are bad, I think over the next couple months, we go to 700. That's my chart. All right. So those are my price targets, bullish, bearish. We're about 6 minutes in, apologies. I'm now going to create my calculation. Not create, I'm going to run my calculation to see what the stock price should be. We have 352 billion, 940 million in market cap. 352 billion. 352 billion. Yes. Plus 6 billion, 790 million in income. Holy cow. 6.79 billion. Yep. Plus they do 248 billion, 830 million in sales. I didn't know it was that high. Holy cow. Okay. So they have 608 billion. And we're going to go down and look at the cash and debt in a moment. Beautiful trajectory, beautiful trajectory. Shares outstanding have been flat for 5 years, pretty much. No concerns. Gross margins, 12%. Not as high as I thought it would be. They're profitable. I mean, that's if there is stress on the consumer and this earnings is bad, this quarter could be kicking the pants. All right. We're gonna go to quarterly, and they have 10 billion. This is the lowest cash they've had on hand over the last 2 years, by the way. So plus 10 billion, 321 million in cash. Good for them. Total debt is 8 billion, 353 million. Another zero. Okay. And looking at assets, 66.3 billion assets, 45.5 billion in liabilities. Assets don't dwarf liabilities as much as I would like, but I mean, this is I don't know if I'd call this an income stock. This is more, it moves as if it is a growth stock, but I think this is more of a value stock. It does produce some income, but not quite that much. It does have high growth. It's hot. I think this is more of a value stock because the margins are only 12%. That's the main differentiator. Margins are 12% compared to companies that have 30%, which are considered high growth. So I consider this a value stock. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You're right. Okay, so now we're going to take this and divide it by our 442,470,000 shares float. Yep. This is a $1,379 stock trading at 796. I don't account for the dividend, which I should tweak my calculation to do because they are giving away some of their cash flow to investors. If they were not offering a dividend, it would obviously be more. I mean, this if they were not offering a dividend, this would be. They're giving 2% of this company's cash flow away. So if I take this times this by 0.02. It's $27. I don't know. So anyway, my price target's 1300 for this stock. The highest price target I see is 800. So I mean, honestly, this one is just hard to compete with. And I mean, it looks like it'll go higher, but if there is consumer weakness, I think we see a little bit of a pullback here, which I think would be pretty fine. On the weekly momentum is actually getting ready to move up right here. It's just bananas, just bananas. So I think I do own Costco. I don't know if I own it individually or as part of the S&P 500. Gosh, now I want to check. I know I rebalanced my portfolio the other day. I had some Costco. Let's see, what did I do? I sold Costco. So I have my exposure to it in the S&P 500. So yeah, I mean, this company just continues to bang. It's up 20% this year. It's beating S&P 500. I mean, I think overall it's done very well compared to S&P 500. So, um, what are institutions and hedge funds doing with Costco? I'm glad you asked because I'm going to let you know. So, institutions own 70%. That is old data because FinViz does not update as often as FinTel. So remember 70.23 because that is old. New is 73.92. So it is up about 3.if%. Institutional investments not at all-time high. Vanguard purchased about 800,000 shares. BlackRock purchased about 800,000 shares. So yeah, that's my analysis on Costco. My price target says it's going higher. Me personally, as a human being, I think it needs to breathe, but people be spending their money. I have a Costco membership. I'm not gonna lie. Do I go to, I mean, I go to Costco. So, um, am I biased? I don't think so. I just ran my numbers for you. So that's my take on this. Costco. Again, they report on Thursday. If you're in this one, good luck. It's a long-term winner overall. I'm really wondering what if their consumer is weak. If the consumer is not weak, I don't think we're going to see rates come down. Costco's going to bang. There you have it. All right, for real now. Have a great week ahead. Good luck.